Which attribute is the best for a centre forward on Football Manager? Is it finishing? Is it composure? Well, there are two different camps where people alternate between which one's the best. As a combo, they're deadly. But we're only looking at one today. Well, we're actually looking at both. Two players at each end of the spectrum to find out which one is actually better. Who will have the better career? Mr. Finishing or Mr. Composure? Let's find out. And we're heading off to Belgium and Holland today, ladies and gentlemen, because I figured let's use some nations that we don't often feature on the channel, because we're spreading our wings across different nationalities. Some of the personality videos and some of the other videos that are coming to the channel in the near future will be featuring nations that haven't featured as often or as prominently on the channel as England, France, Spain, Italy and Germany. So yeah, Ryan Corbisier. They're Belgian. 115 current ability, 195 potential ability. They're 15. They're mercenaries, of course they are, because we want a little bit of transfer action. Of course we do. And here he is, Ryan Corbisier, with 20 finishing and 1 composure. On the flip side, we've got Levi van Ruijten. These names, I've not made them. When I loaded the database up with the leagues added, these guys were there as regen with regen faces. Of course, I've got to mid-journey their faces so they don't look abysmal. But the names are pretty badass. Levi van Ruijten, and there he is, old Levi. 1 finishing, 20 composure. We look at the breakdown of their polygons. As you can see, Levi has got better speed, vision, mental, and aerial attributes. And that's simply because, unfortunately, for a forward, finishing is the be-all and end-all. Finishing is heavily weighted for a forward, composure, not so much. So, if we decide today that composure is better than finishing, save yourself some attribute points, don't get them better at finishing, get them better at composure. That's where your training focus can be. I am here. The gift that keeps on giving. I mean, I say the gift that keeps on giving. Have I given anything? Who knows? Anyway, of course, what do we do to begin the experiment? We always jump forward 1 year into the future to see where they start out their careers. At their tender age of 15/16, they are going to be in their home nations. And already, Levi van Ruijten has become a realist. So he's no longer a mercenary. This was the breakdown of attributes that we had. Ambition, professionalism, controversy, all that jazz, all that good stuff. Lots of 10s just to sort of keep him in and amongst it. Levi van Ruijten, as a realist, awful loyalty, sportsmanship down low, the pressure, the professionalism, it's all right. So I've just changed his ambition back to 17 and he's gone back to being a mercenary. So that's what's changed for Levi. Already lost some of his ambition. Well, isn't that interesting, ladies and gentlemen? So they were both at 115, as you saw when we first arrived. They're now at 127. And Levi, with 1 finishing, they've said, FC20 have said, you know what? Let's get him as a winger. Attacking midfield right, he's been retrained as an accomplished attacking midfield right player. He's actually played 25 times, 18 starts, 7 off the bench, 5 goals, 1 assist. He got a 6.69. Didn't set the world on fire last season for FC20. They finished 10th, which is mid-table. Feyenoord winning the league ahead of RZ. PSV in 3rd. Ajax down in 5th. Heracles Almelo up in 4th, getting a Europa League spot. And Ryan Corbisier, his composure has moved up to 3, whereas finishing is still at 20. He's got 11 in 25 for Anderlecht, 2 player of the matches, 6.86. So first blood to Ryan Corbisier because he has scored more goals in less appearances. Of course, as they get better and they become much better players in big teams, that will be the barometer of the real success. Hopefully they end up in the same league, jockeying it out at the top 2 teams in the league. But who knows what's going to happen? They're always very volatile and very unpredictable, these experiments. But it's part of their charm, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? That's why you're here. That's why you're watching. And that's why you should be subscribing. It was a beautiful segue into me begging for subscribers there. And if that doesn't get you to subscribe, well, I've got nothing else for you. And Rayan at Anderlecht as well. Anderlecht are one of the best teams in the league. And it's the first time they've won the league in, well, 7 years. 2016-17 was the last time they won it. And they've won it in 23-24. And is it Corbisier's doing? I mean, 11 in 25? It's not great, is it? 3 in 8 under 21 caps. Levi has got 4 under 21 caps, 0 goals. Anyway, let's go to 2025. And see how we're moving along. So 1 season further on, and as you can see, Levi is at 136. He's still a realist, and I think he's about the same as where he was. His finishing has remained at 1. Finishing hasn't moved one jot. He got 9 in 26 the following season, and this season, 5 games already? What? Andrei Shevchenko's in charge of FC20. Let that sink in. What's happened here? Why is this say loan? What's going on here? The game's glitched out. It says he's gone there. He's played a full season. He's played 5 games here. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 player of the match. 24-25. Also in 24-25, he's gone on loan to FC20. We're just going to put up with it, gang. Rayan Corbusier, wanted by AC Milan and, we'll say Napoli. Parthenope. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. His composure's now up at 7. And I think it's, the writing is on the wall, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? 23 and 32 in the most recent season. No loan move to his own club for Rayan Corbusier. Oh no. But back-to-back league titles. And he also got top goal scorer with his strike partner Kasper Dolberg coming in second. The 17-year-old youngster Rayan Corbusier, top goal scorer 23 and 32 as Anderlecht won the league. He's under contract for 2 more years. Now, his ambition's there. His loyalty's not there. He's controversial. AC Milan and Napoli are sniffing around him. I don't see him signing a new deal. He's got a minimum fee release clause of £25.5 million. Well, he is worth £25.5 million. Someone snap him up instantly, as Levi got a minimum fee release clause. He has 85 million, which expires in 3 months. The relegation release clause of 42.5 million. FC20, how did they do last season? 5th, getting into Europe. Fair play to them. Feyenoord winning the league again. Ajax making a comeback. PSV not doing so good. 3 in a row for Feyenoord, but they're about to turn 18 in October. So can they move before then? They probably won't. They'll probably be here for another season. Let's jump forward another year to 2026 and see how we're getting on. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Second plea. Okay, so the transfer did happen. He went to Napoli, and look at that, 165 current ability. His composure is now all the way up at 9. 11 caps for Belgium, 3 goals. He moved for £25.5 million to Napoli, 13 and 36, where AC Milan won the league. AC Milan wanted him, and they won the league. Napoli finishing in 4th, getting Champions League football, but did not manage to win the league. Walter Mazzari is in charge, and who is up front for them? Giovanni Simeone. So Raspadori's also there. Paul Rivera. They've got other players. Kvaratskhelia can play up top, and Corbusier is playing up top. 165 out of 195 he is. We're going to have a look and compare the polygons in a moment. Victor Osimhen has left the building. Where's Victor? He's gone to Liverpool. He went for free as well. Oh dear. Victor would have gone for £86 million. Went to Liverpool for free, where Jurgen Klopp's still in charge. The past winners, he's been Liverpool, Man City, Liverpool. Not surprising with big Victor up front. And Levi for FC Twente, he's at 139. He's wanted by Nottingham Forest. Oof. Why is he not improving? I'll tell you why he's not improving. I don't know what's happening. Why does he keep going on loan to FC Twente? He's played 124 times, 35 goals. They're all stars. He's never a sub. He's very rarely coming on off the bench. I'm just 3 times here. He started off the season and then went on loan to them and then came back and finished the season off. Where did they finish? 7th. Andrei Shevchenko's kept his job somehow. Feyenoord have won it again on goal difference from PSV. The drama here in the Eredivisie. Fantastic stuff. Well, we're here. They're 18. Levi Van Rugen might go to Nottingham Forest. I mean, playing in the Premier League, surely will help him kick on. I mean, he's probably still going to get there. He's only 18, 139 out of 195. He's on £2,900 a week. He's been capped by the Dutch national team as well. Of course, his minimum fee release clause has expired, but he's now worth 39 to 160 million. So what, 50, 60 million will definitely get him, in my opinion. I would have thought so anyway. So one more season, 2027. Will he get that move? Still at FC20, he's at 145. He's wanted by Brighton, Southampton, West Ham, Juve and RB Leipzig. Still only the 1 cap. And let's have a look at it. We forgot to look at the polygons, didn't we? We forgot to look at the polygons. We're going to in a moment. The finishing has moved up to 2 though. And I think one of the things that people are going to complain about in this video, and I understand the complaint before anyone thinks I'm having a moan about how they're progressing and how it's now not really for composure versus finishing, because Rayan Corbusier's composure is actually up at 10. He's actually gone all the way up to 10. But that's showing you how easy it is for composure to improve as an attribute compared to finishing. Maybe the training facilities have really helped. Maybe not. I don't know. But it just feels like composure is a lot easier to improve than finishing, and it's showing here. £200,000 a week he's on. We have a look at his career stats. 13 and 34 this season for Napoli. So 5 assists. Inter won Serie A. No trophies for Napoli. They actually finished 6th, not even in the Champions League places. That's not great, is it? He has got 6 goals in 20 caps for Belgium. If we compare the two, then we're on Levi at the moment. And as you can see, Ryan Corbisier is much better all round, and understandably so. You'd expect that, considering that he's at 173 compared to Levi at 145. Levi will get to 195. I'm almost certain of it. He's waiting for that transfer, and then if he plays in a better league than the Dutch league, no offense to the Dutch league, he will reach his potential. In terms of goal scoring, he's 17 behind and he's played 13 games more, but he's probably playing quite a lot of games on the right of midfield. No, all of his games here are as a striker, 45 games, 21 goals. If we look at his appearances, there was 2 where he was just at the club and 1 out on loan. Now at 2026, he's got, I don't know, just what is going on. It's just so confusing. I don't understand why this is happening. Why is he going out on loan? Can someone come and buy him, please? Because then we haven't got to deal with this confusion. Can anyone, is this just a glitch in the game? Or can anyone shed any light as to why this is happening? Because I've got no idea, and I feel like I'm either being stupid or it is just a glitch. Anyway, Ryan is absolutely flying at Napoli. Levi's still not got his move. There's so many clubs in for him, though. You've got to expect someone to come in for him. He's got an extra year on his... He's only got 1 year left on his deal. His contract should have been expiring now. Maybe he had a 1 year contract extension clause. He's only on £3,100 a week. If you would expect, if he'd got a new contract, he'd be being paid a lot more. So it would have been a club extension in one capacity. He's got 1 year left. He's not worth a load of money. He's definitely going to leave at the end of the season, almost certainly. Let's go to 2028 and see where he's gone. Still at FC20. He's moving to Man City on a free transfer. Right. So he's moving on a free transfer. He's now up at 4 finishing. He can play as a makeshift cam. He, again, just stop it, FC20. 12 in 30 this most recent season. He's up at 156, so he's had a decent season in terms of his progression. Rayan is at 184 out of 195. He's nearly at his max potential. His composure's up at 12, which is pretty decent. Off the ball's only at 15, but he's rounding out into being a very, very good striker. In terms of his performances for Napoli, 21 in 36, his most prolific season to date. In a season where, unfortunately, Inter did win the league yet again, they finished 3rd, 11 points behind Inter. It was Lautaro Martinez who got 27 goals, and Julian Alvarez who came 2nd on 22. Lautaro Martinez has won the Golden Boot for the last 3 years. And Ryan Corbisier is there getting 3rd place. No better than that. In terms of internationally, Ryan's got 30 caps, 10 goals for Belgium, whereas Levi 8 in 3 for Holland. He's off to Man City, where I don't know if he's going to play much for Man City. But what we're going to do at this juncture, because it's pretty obvious who's going to get to 195 first, it will be Ryan. Let's go to 2030. Just go 2 years to round off the decade. Right. They've both moved. Ryan's there at 195. Levi's got to 186, so he's obviously playing very well for Manchester City. Ryan's gone to Chelsea. So let's have a look at Levi first of all, because he has improved greatly. He's at 7 finishing now, and he's at Manchester City, where they've won the league for the last 2 years in a row. Well, he's been there for 2 years, so he's now a 2-time Premier Division champion. No loan moves to Man City, as you can see. 16 in 28, then 16 in 34. What system are Man City playing? They're playing a basic 4-4-2. So they've bought Valverde for free. Well, look at that. Federico Valverde came on a free. Rodrigo for 122 million. He's on £500,000 a week. Hakimi and PSG, very good player. Van Rooyen and Haaland are both playing up front together. He's doing all right as well. Not setting the world on fire, to be fair, for Erling Haaland. Not putting up Erling Haaland numbers. But two seasons in a row, they've won the league and no Champions League. They won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. One in real life, of course. Arsenal have won a couple recently as well. Chelsea a few years ago. Speaking of Chelsea, though, let's have a look at Ryan Corbisier. £114 million from Napoli. Looks like he came in the January. He got 5 in 13 as he signed for Chelsea, and then got 25 in 33. 114 million on the 7th of the 1st, 2029. Very, very good indeed. He's got 30 in 51. That's not a bad return considering he had 10 in 30 last time. So I think he's got 20 in 21 recently. Levi has got 12 in 31. We will be checking in internationally and see if they've won any tournaments in the future. But for now, we're going to focus on the Premier Premier League. And the top goal scorer this season was Ryan Corbisier. He finished ahead of João Pedro, who had 21, and Erling Haaland, who only had 20. Erling Haaland has won it previously, beating Levi, his strike partner, who was down on 16. Evan Ferguson's gone to Liverpool, who was also on 16. The season before that, Liverpool's Victor Osimhen finishing in 3rd. Martinelli winning it there. Very low scoring charts. Well, they're both in the Premier League, and are they going to be duking it out for the title? Well, in terms of the season preview, Man City are favourites, and the third favourites are Chelsea. You've got Van Rooyen is actually in the Media Dream 11 with Erling Haaland up front, so he's really kicked on. I mean, 186 is phenomenal, world-class talent. Let's have a look at the polygons then, now he's catching him up. As I can say, his finishing's up at 7. What's Ryan's composure? 14. So it's improved twice at twice the rate. So what you want to do in your Wonder Kids is you want someone to have a good finishing as a base. Composure can be worked on. That's the takeaway I'm taking from it at this moment in time. Here's Van Rooyen. But look at that. I mean, Corbisier, of course, is at 195, so he's 9 attribute points better. So he has, of course, got a better polygon. But Van Rooyen has literally caught him up, and yeah, very, very impressive. Acceleration's better. So yeah, there we go then. So in 2030, I'm almost certain that Van Rooyen's going to make it there. So let's go forward 3 years, 2033. They'll both be at 195, and they'll hopefully be loving life. And there we go then. Corbisier, composure 15. Van Rooyen finishing 9. Compare the polygons straight away. Physicality, Van Rooyen. Defending, attacking, Corbisier. Technical, Van Rooyen. Looking at the attribute breakdown, bang. All the mentals for Van Rooyen. And he is... Who would you rather have in your team at this point then? Answer in the comments down below. There's your 2 players. Who do you want? You can only pick one. Because for me, in terms of the mentals, in terms of the physicals, I mean, okay, Rayan's got some decent physicals, got slightly better pace, slightly slower acceleration, jumping reach is 1 better. But normally, I'm a big... I love finishing, and for me it would be 20 finishing all day, every day. But I'm looking at the mentals of Van Rooyen, and I'm thinking maybe he's the guy. Maybe he's the guy. And in terms of the Premier League, 2 wins for City and 1 for Arsenal. So as you can see, Chelsea finishing 4th, Brighton up in 3rd. Wow, Brighton are doing good, aren't they? Have they had Alou Diarra's in charge? Have they had a tycoon? Nope. They've just been run absolutely fantastically. Of course they have, because this game is very realistic, and Brighton are unbelievable, aren't they? Everyone loves Brighton and what they're doing. They're literally playing Football Manager in real life, getting a Wonder Kid for sod all and selling him on for extortionate profit. Chelsea have leapfrogged Brighton here, level on points with City, losing out on goal difference. 12 goals worse off they were, and City winning the league here by 11 points. Look at that. Brighton in 2nd, Chelsea in 3rd, Leicester in 4th. They're a tycoon. Sergio Conceição is there. There we go. Othman Hassan Darwish is a tycoon, and he's taken over. The Kasper Schmeichel Arena is the new stadium. Okay. And in terms of the top goal scorer in the last 3 years, we've not actually had anyone. Erling Haaland's there with 26. Fantastic. Level with Martin Alderton with... I've got no words. I can't even look at how bad that regen face is. New gen, regen, whatever. It's awful. This is why I physically pay money for Midjourney, so I can insert these players' faces in, because we don't have to look at that every single time I go on a player. How bad would it be? And then I use these in the thumbnails. I used to in last FM. Martin Alderton. I mean, he's a good goal scorer. 28 there for Leicester. 20 years old. What's his 179 is his potential and current ability. Well, there we go then. So Chelsea haven't really won any trophies, unfortunately. Graham Potter is in charge. Graham Potter's back at Chelsea. Graham Potter is back at Chelsea. So he got sacked as manager of Chelsea in real life, as we all know. Then he went to Crystal Palace for 3 years, left to go to Juventus, and then left Juventus to come back to Chelsea. Never go back, they say. Well, he has gone back, and he's won the FA Cup. He's won the FA Cup. Fair play to him. And so has Rayan. He's also got an FA Cup to his name. Levi's also got an FA Cup. He's also got some Champions Leagues as well as Premier League. So he's made the right move. 29-66 for the Netherlands, and Rayan's got 60 in 78 for Belgium. He has become an absolute demon for Belgium, and they did win the World Cup in 2026. So let's go back and look at the milestones. World Cup winners. Fantastic stuff. Can you believe it? And he's going to win a Euros in 2028. Belgium won a Euros in 2024. Don't say Rayan was in the squad then as well. Was he? No. 2025 was his first international cap against Turkey and goal. Oh, he missed out. So Belgium already won the Euros in 2024, and he came in and helped them spearhead them to a World Cup. Well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? They're both at their max potential then. They're both there. It's 2033. Should we jump forward through? Let's go 3 more years to 2028 because they'll still be in their peak. They'll still be in their pomp and they'll still be hopefully winning trophies. There you go. Of course, still at the clubs. Model professional now for Rayan. Loyalty's only at 2. He's got his composure still at 15. I wondered if any other attributes had dropped so he could get better composure, but I suppose at 15 you don't need better composure. That's climbed from 1, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 165 in 200 odd games for Chelsea. 26 there, 25 the season before. Done excellently well for them. Levi at Man City, 54 in 99 caps. His finishing's now up at 10. Got 159 in 258, so he's really kicked on in his career. He got 27 back here in 31-32, but the last 3 seasons, he's 15 player of the matches in this season. That is absolutely unbelievable. A 7.78 overall, 10 assists, 20 goals. The last 3 years of the Premier League all go to Manchester City, beating Brighton by 20 points. Chelsea down in 6th. Leeds up in 5th there. And then it was a top 2 of City, Chelsea 2 seasons ago, but City won it by 13 points. And then they won it again by 4 points. The gap closing, but the gap still enough. The top goal scorer has been Ryan Corbisier for the last 2 seasons. Horace Denley was the season before that where Ryan was 3rd. And yeah, no spot for Van Ruyen, where they've won a Champions League. They beat Brighton in the final. But Brighton have won 2 Champions Leagues either side. Brighton have been in the Champions League final for the last 3 years in a row. Alou Diarra, what a job he's doing. He's never won the Premier League. He's never won the FA Cup. He's won the Carabao Cup in 2036 recently. And he's won 2 Champions Leagues. Have you ever seen anything of the like? And in terms of current ability, there you go. 184 for Angelo Castaldo as a left back / left winger. Quite a few in the 170s, 160s down here. But in 150s, so he's got a good squad, a very good squad, very consistently good squad. Not a lot of difference between them, but not that many super world-class talents. Very impressive that they've got 2 Champions Leagues under the belt. I can't actually believe it. Pep got sacked as the manager of Man City before Marcelino came in. He's now the manager of AC Milan. He went to Arsenal in the meantime. Jurgen Klopp's now at Arsenal. I mean, what's going on? Mikel Arteta got sacked. Where's he? He's gone to Juve. Pep, as we just saw, is at AC Milan. And Jurgen Klopp, after he was at PSG. Luis Enrique's back at PSG then. Started at PSG, went to Bayern Munich, went to Liverpool, Napoli, back to PSG. Little manager merry-go-round, little manager interlude there. So we've got 2 FA Cups for Man City in the last 3 years as well, beating Brighton in one of the finals. Crystal Palace won one back here. And Brighton winning the Carabao Cup, as we saw. Man City beating Brighton in the final of the Carabao Cup the season before that. So Van Ruyen is winning pretty much everything. Rayan needs to really catch up. And is he going to do it at Chelsea? I'm not too sure, because the Man City squad, of course, seems to be far better. But it is what it is. 2036, let's go to 2040 then. See what's happening. 32 years old and they're starting to decline, understandably. And look at that, they've both got 146 caps for their nations. 125 goals for Rayan and Levi with just 84. In terms of goal scoring prowess, he has not been as good. He's 34 behind in terms of his all-time goals club level, and he's played 107 games more. In terms of the Premier League then, well, it's been Man City again, 3 out of 4 seasons. Man United sneaking one. Luis Enrique is now in charge. Man City have won a Champions League. Brighton won another Champions League. But Chelsea have won a Champions League, which means Ryan Corbisier has got himself a Champions League, ladies and gentlemen. Well played to him. They've also won an FA Cup. He just needs a league, and he has got pretty much every trophy. He's won the Europa League as well. Levi, of course, has won multiple Premier Divisions with Manchester City. He's won a couple or 3 Champions Leagues. So he's done the business. He's done the rounds, and he's won pretty much everything there is to win. There's not a lot more to delve into at this point, so I'm going to skip through and just sort of get towards the end of their careers. We will check in on international tournaments, and we will check in on Ballon d'Ors at the very end. Let's go and try and find the end of their careers then. Right, so we're here in 2044. Levi went to Al Nassr. He's on £1.6 million a week. His contract expires next season. He moved for £37 million from Manchester City. He left in the 42-43 season. The 42-43 season where Arsenal won the league. In the 41-42 season, Chelsea won the league. He jumped forward 4 seasons, so he did win 1 more Premier League trophy. But Ryan Corbisier, who is still at Chelsea, he's now a number 10 if he wants to be. Composure's up at 16 as well. What's Levi's finishing? 14. Rayan's got 147 caps in 184 goals. 147 goals and 184 caps as well. Done all right here, but he's not scored as many, probably because he's been moving back into the number 10 role, but he has won the Premier League. There you go. 2-time Premier League winners. And of course, the Champions League, they did win. 2 Champions Leagues for Man City since we were last here. Leipzig and Juve have also won one. And he's about to join Al Hilal, which is going to be on a free. In terms of Sergei Matveev is a regen playing for Chelsea. He played 337 times, and he's considered a legend. Whereas Rayan Corbusier, there he is, icon. Levi Van Rooyen is a legend for Man City. Poch is in charge. So he's done fantastically well for Man City, and he has managed to get himself as a club legend. 98 goals in 187 caps for Levi. Let's go through one more year. I think they are going to be leaving pretty soon, but he's got a transfer, so maybe they've got 2 years in them. So I've gone to 2046. They're both gone. I don't know why Rayan is not saying retiring. Levi says retiring on the 29th of the 6th. Maybe because Rayan's retiring in a few days' time, but they both retire. They do both disappear. So 102 goals and 197 caps for Levi in terms of the information. In terms of his 148 and 180, 148 goals and 185 for Rayan. He moved for free and he's on £1.2 million a week. A little bit less than what Levi got at 1.6. In terms of their international sides, let's have a quick look. Belgium, they won a Euros as we saw, as did the Netherlands. But nothing else happened. They did come runner-up in the Euros in 2044 most recently. And in terms of the World Cup, again, nothing else happened other than the Belgium win. Brazil beat Japan in the final in 2038, and also England beating their old enemy Germany in 2042. Patrick Vieira is in charge of England. Didn't see that one coming. Let's have a quick look at Ballon d'Ors then, the Golden Ball. Right, I've just put notes on the pair of them so we can see at a snapshot. And as you can see here, it's 4-1 to Rayan in the Golden Ball, Ballon d'Ors. So, yeah, despite the fact that Man City won a lot more and Levi did a lot better in terms of his trophy haul, Rayan did get every trophy pretty much under the sun and 4 Ballon d'Ors. World Player of the Year was 2-1 to Levi. Well, that does surprise me. Football of the Year then, 3-2 to Levi. Well, insane. NXGN, 2-0 to Rayan. Under 21 Football of the Year, 1 apiece. The goal 50, 5-1 to Rayan. And the World Team of the Year, all seasons, Van Rooyen got in. On the right hand side, Rayan Corbusier on the bench. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of today's experiment. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you found something interesting from this one. It was a little bit of a silly attribute test. If you've got other attributes you'd love me to do this with, please do let me know in the comments down below. Any other ideas as well, I'm all ears. They're always welcome, and I'll try and put my own spin on it if I don't think it's quite right. Or if it's great, I'll just put it straight into the spreadsheet and factor it into the schedule. Any other feedback on this, let me know, but I hope you found it informative, and I hope you enjoy yourselves. Do come back soon, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, stay on the channel and watch this that YouTube's going to put up there for you, specifically for you, best for viewer, apparently. But most importantly, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.